Okay, for example 3 says graph the function x cubed minus 49x, and again here this gets to a point where we have a power that's not 2. So again, let me just remind you, and this is going to be something you get used to, you hit x caret 3, until I hit to the right I'm still up in the power level, so hit to the right, now I'm back down to normal level, minus 49x. Just be careful when you're typing in power functions at this point, while you're getting used to the new calculators, that you are aware that's going to be happening. Okay, again, I have no idea where it's at, so I'm going to start off at zoom 6 and see what happens. Okay, I've got some of the graph, but I'm guessing that's not what it looks like. All right, but again, at least some of the graphs there, it gives me a starting point. All right, so if I do this, I'm going to draw my rectangle, negative 10, 10, negative 10, 10. Y-axis, x-axis. Looks like it goes pretty much almost straight up there, then almost straight down, and then back straight up. Based on our knowledge of a cubic function, what should x cubed minus 49x do?
Say that again?
Based on a cubic function, x to the third power, do you have an idea of what a cubic function looks like?
So it's up, down,
Up, down. So it kind of does something like that, right? Okay, we've zeroed in on probably this piece, and this piece, but we're missing out on this and this. All right? These are the places we want to see on a cubic graph. So looking at the x interval, it goes up, then down, then up. That's good, but I'm not going high enough up or low enough down to get the top and bottom of this thing, right? Somebody give me a guess as to how far up I should go.
50.
50, okay? How about how far down?
50.
Negative 50, okay. So we'll try negative 50 and 50 and see what happens. So here's a situation where I've got my initial graph and I might have to play with the numbers a little bit before I get my good graph, right? So negative 50, 50. Hit graph again, see what happens, and maybe we'll see the top and bottom this time. Nope.
Nope.
Getting closer though, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to draw that picture. All right, just know that we didn't go high enough. All right, how high do you think we have to go?
100.
100, okay, so window, go back here to y, go negative 100, positive 100. Now, I'm going to change my y scale now to 10, otherwise it's going to start getting really hard to see those dashes. We're a lot closer, still not there. Okay, somebody other than Chris, he's been taking over this and he keeps on giving us bad numbers. So somebody else, give me
200.
200, right?
Negative 200.
Negative and positive 200.
Where'd you make your scale to? 10?
I made it 10 there, maybe for this I'll make it 20.
Tyler.
Alright, let's see how Tyler did here.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I wouldn't complain about that graph. Notice that it hit its highest point here if we go by a scale of 20. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, somewhere in the 140 range. So if you wanted to get even a little bit closer view of that, maybe let's go 150 just to be safe. That's probably Chris's next guess.
It would have been.
I'll keep it at a 20 scale and see what happens here. See if we hit the top and bottom. Okay, and that's probably a little bit better there. So we started off obviously not big enough on y. We kind of worked our way up. We went too far. We came back to a better number. So I would probably stick with this as my final answer. So I'm going from negative 10 to 10. I'm going from negative 150 to positive 150. You don't have to make the y values like negative and positive the same number. You might go negative 100 to positive 150. Just make sure that you can see. In this case, it's somewhat symmetric, so it makes sense to be that way. But if it was pushed up further, we'd probably have a negative numbers like negative 50 and then positive 250 or something like that. All right, and the graph kind of starts here, goes all the way up, goes through 0, 0, goes all the way down, and goes back up. So there's our final picture. So start, best answer in my opinion, make sure you put the values you put for x min and max on your left and right for x, up and down for y.